Hello guys and welcome to another match on the Terracotta Championships, and today we have the Salty Frost Company versus HeavenLee Sins, and yes, that is meant to be pun intended.
I'm going to check quality for a sec, so I'm going to mute TeamSpeak.
And that is nothing you guys need to know about. That was Bram's stream in the background, because if you're watching this on YouTube, then this is currently being streamed over on Unknown Cave channel, also known as Bram, also known as my team's Jungler. So the link will be in the description below. You should probably go follow that. He does some awesome streams sometimes, streams in houses and such, and generally very nice duos when he streams. If you're watching this on stream, this will be uploaded on my channel, YouTube. Well, if you just search Gaffer Cake TCS, it'll be there somewhere. Also, I assume Link will put a Bram. Bram will put a link somewhere. Possibly, maybe, probably not. He'll put it in the description of his channel or something, maybe, if you can find it. Have fun with that, Bram. But let's get straight into things. Salty Frost Company is going to be our blue team. HeavenLee Sin is going to be our purple team. And if we look at the bans already, we can see that Rise, Lucian, Pantheon being banned out by Salty Frost Company. And this might be like something that we might want to focus on, but Salty Frost Company focus pretty heavily on top lane. Rise and Pantheon, I consider both top laners. Pantheon can play in jungle, but I prefer him top lane personally myself. Lucian, very big pick at the moment. If you watch my game before, my first cast of TCS, you notice that Lucian in both games, because it was a best of two, as is this one, Lucian first picked both times. And just, if you look at the champion bans on the other side, you see Ari, Morgana, Janna, two supports, one mid laner, Corki actually being picked up. First pick by the Salty Frost Company. Looks like it might be a fresh, but let's focus on the Corki for a second. Corki has risen to fame recently in the TCS, especially in the Platinum division, which is what this game is being taken from again. Second Platinum game. Corki is a very good champion, very diverse champion, can be used for a lot of things. His Phosphorus Bomb is a very good poke tool in lane, good for checking bushes and stuff. Fresh and Lee Sin locked in, I'll get to them in a second. But Corki, good at poking late game team fights, good at staying alive with his Valkyrie while doing a bit of damage. And he's just generally a good pick, like especially when Lucian's not even on the table. But if you look, Fresh and Lee Sin has just been dominant ever since his release. Fresh, exact same thing. You can hook people with Fresh, you can flay people, you've got that box that's just gonna slow 5 people, you've got your lantern, complete utility with Fresh, and then you've got that again mirrored in Lee Sin. Utility is so far what the HeavenLee Sins have picked up. I mean, it's in the name, they had to pick this champion. Vi might be the answer to Lee Sin by the Salty Frost Company right here. Don't know if it will be though. Vi wants to do about the same job as Lee Sin. They both aim to help the lanes early on. Vi becomes much more useful when she hits level 6, as does Lee Sin. And it looks like Nami will definitely going to be the counter possibly to Fresh. Not exactly counter, but it's going to be the pick into Fresh. Nami is a champion that has a lot of, how do I put this, unique things she can do against a Fresh. As soon as that Fresh goes in, the Fresh will be in range for the ebb and flow to flow off both targets, so it can create a massive health differential, which will just sway a team fight completely. Because if you heal yourself and your ally while damaging your enemy, that's pretty much a one trade right there, unless it goes on for longer. But if they're able to disengage, which you know with the bubble is very easy, if you can land it, is a very easily one trade. Looking at the Ziggs possibly, Ziggs kinda says to me, we want wave clear, we want to be sieging a lot. That's generally what Ziggs is picked for nowadays, but it's also seen as a safe pick, because this Ziggs is being picked blindly. I can't speak apparently. No champion on the side of Salty Frost Company can be going mid. It is a blind Ziggs mid, and that is why it's being picked, for the safety of the pick. Caitlyn, very good pick. She is the highest range AD carry in the game, apart from Tristana when she hits level 18, and also I believe that Jinx has a similar range when she's in her thingy mode, which gives her longer range, but I'll have to check that to be absolutely sure. But Caitlyn generally another safe AD carry, which is generally what this team comp seems to be. It seems to be utility and safe. Partial pick comp, you could almost say, with the fresh hook into Lee Sin, into just slows from Ziggs, and also his weird satchel charge knockback thing, Caitlyn trap. It seems to be a very pick orientated comp. Maybe that's just me being a silver, but it seems that I doubt it'll be Teemo. What's it going to be changed to? Teemo will in fact be changed to Irelia, and I did have a chance to speak to River before the game, and he does favour these melee AD carry sort of champions, high heavy duelists and such. He likes to play the Aurelia, the Jax and people like that. I've got a message. What does it say? Mute Skype and TS. Me? I already have done. I've muted Skype and TS. Yes, I have. So, Bram, stop thinking of me as an unprofessional. Okay. Stop thinking of me as unprofessional. Like just. I also don't know how to do that. So yeah.
See you soon.
What? I don't know what I just did.
Welcome back.
Don't know what I just did. Oh well. But guys, Yasuo looks to be being picked up here, and the Yasuo against Orianna is definitely. Wait, no, that'd be top lane. It's actually going to be a Lulu. So it's going to be Lulu top lane against an Aurelia. So Lulu's going to have a shield. She's going to have a speed boost when the Aurelia gets either slow or stun onto her to try and get away. Going to have a slow of her own to try and escape the Aurelia, will just hunt you down constantly. The Orianna pick, I didn't get to touch on too much, but I will touch on it now. The Orianna pick into a Ziggs is another quote-unquote save pick, because Orianna is historically known as the go-to champion when you can't play much else. Not when you can't play much else, but when you don't know what to play. Orianna, utility champion. What in this case you can do is you can go put the ball onto Vi. Vi goes in with their ultimate of Orianna over it, and they've got like Nami ult, Irelia ult, just passing through the entire team. And we're going to go into a 3-minute delay, guys. I'm going to be back in 3 minutes. I'm going to get a drink of water just to make sure my throat doesn't die during this shoutcast. I'll see you in a few minutes. Take a few minutes to get yourself composed, see what you think of the team comp, see what you think will happen during this game, figure out who you will think will win. Salty Frost Company from the blue team member, and you've got Heavenly Sins on the purple team. I'll be back in 2.5 minutes, guys. See ya. And we are back, guys. We are into the loading screen, and well, look at all these nice skins. This is what I like to do. I like to take seconds, take in the skins. We've got the Headhunter Caitlyn, we've got the Dragon Wing Corki, some very nice skins. I do like the Aviator Aurelia and the traditional Lee Sin. I do own the Championship Fresh, so I do have a partial love for that one as well. So, you know, got some very nice skins going on here. Do want to talk quickly a bit about Summoner spells. Ziggs taking Barrier. I always thought Ziggs took like heal, so the Barrier might be a bit afraid of the burst that's going to be able to come in from Orianna. The Shockwave into Dissonance, just and then keep on using Command Attack. But then again, would have thought the heal would have been better for the partial speed increase that would help counter the Dissonance slow. But then again, you know, I'm not plat, so I don't know. But then again, I am on Reddit, so I am a challenger, you know. So guys, loading in, and we are now onto the Rift, guys. It's been paused. Okay, it's been paused 10 seconds in, and I don't know the problem yet. 1 sec. If I bring this up here, apparently we've just been told that we're gonna be like 1 min. So interesting. ADC needs to do something. So Bulgaria needs to do something. Needs to do some things that you should completely not read, to try and keep my channel at least partially PG. My channel PG. I've sworn more times in my videos than I probably have videos. Okay, man. So, looks like both the Doran shield start from the fresh. You don't play Thresh a lot, do you? You okay then. So, there's a Doran shield on that Thresh. Yeah. Do you remember when people did that? Yeah, so do I. It was a bad time, right? Alright, so on Thresh, I would seriously suggest never ever getting Doran's shield. Always get a thingy, whatever it is, relic shield. It's just so much better. It's just so much extra gold. It's just in general better, really. Not much else I can say about that. It's just fairly poor decision on the part of Last Zenith, it seems. And it looks like HeavenLee Sin's going to be trying to invade, it looks like, but they are going to be spotted out by a ward. It does mean that Salty Frost Company are going to be able to get a few deep wards of their own, if not stay around for the red buff of HeavenLee Sin. So it might just be a straight up red buff transfer here. Looks like it's going to start to be. HeavenLee Sins did ward their own red side jungle, so they do know what's going on here. As you can see, there's a ward behind the red buff of HeavenLee Sins of their own. So they know that pretty much everyone is there. They know that Salty Frost Company is at their red buff. Lulu recalling, sorry, to be able to get to that top lane. The bot lane of Salty Frost recalling to get to their lane quick enough. And it looks like it's just going to be a straight up red buff transfer, which, you know, not uncommon these days, to be fair. Just, yeah, a few deep wars, and it's not really going to benefit either side, really. It's just going to be. So, Styles, you're in a pretty risky place there. They know you're there. Like, they know what you're trying to do. You're on top of a ward, bud. But are you going to be able to steal it? No, you're going to be able to get some damage down. That's all you're going to be able to do, Lulu. Will the Aurelia? Oh, I thought the Aurelia would wait there to try and get something out of it. So both camps... nope, Lee Sin. Scumbag Lee Sin. Left some of it out. That's a very big shame. So, go back to F3 and we have everything available that can be seen. Whoa, okay. I'm going to rewind that because I didn't actually see that. My bad. So, Lee Sin comes bot lane, and there's going to be a fresh hook, catches the Nami, sorry. That's going to be the flash and exhaust used onto Nami. Q resonating strike lands onto Nami, and that's just way too much damage. Lee Sin level 2, you know, that's just being caught level 2, and that's a very, very well played from Lee Sin. The red buff slow, everything just works out perfectly to be able to secure that kill. Very well played from HeavenLee Sins right there, and that is why it is the HeavenLee Sin. What? Yeah, that sentence made sense, sort of. Alright, so we see Ziggs in the mid lane, just trying to push out Soriano, it seems. Corki, this is a tough time for a AD carry. When it is throws on the opposite side of your lane, you're down 1 kill to 0. Well, 1 assist to 0, and your support isn't even there. It's just such a tough time for an AD carry. It's going to be Lee Sin farming his jungle. Not much else happening. Aurelia just being pushed out there in the top lane. What you kind of expect first from a range versus melee. But hopefully Aurelia can try and go in, get a bit of more entertaining. She will have to clear that wave though, so she might have to wait till level 6. It's going to be a few minutes. She might have to wait for it though to be able to get a bit of wave clear going. Looking at CS, there isn't much of a CS differential anywhere on the map. Just a small 3 CS lead in the mid lane. 2 CS need now for the Ziggs, which is kind of expected considering how pushed in Oriana's been. So it's definitely nothing too big on the map right now. If we look at the top lane, the Fire is ganking, there is the stun, there is everything, there's a lot of damage going down to the Lulu, and that is going to be the Lulu falling. Lee Sin going for the counter gank, decides, no, my top lane is already dead. So that was a beautiful stun from Aurelia, setting up to the knockback from the Vi Q, and it looks like Vi was looking for the Ziggs. Ziggs only just returned to the lane though. Is now level 4. Does have all of his skills plus a second point in his Q for that extra poking harass. And let's see what Orianna is deciding to max first. She's decided to max her Q first. I've seen both. I've seen Q, W, and sometimes even E, which is very weird. And Aurelia, you're gonna try and get away from it, love. Just get away. No Sonic Wave Resonating Strike available. Already been used. That's some very well played from the Aurelia. Does blow flash. Was a bit overextended. Didn't have a ward in river. But to draw the least attention, it does mean now, if possible, Corki is allowed to go a bit more aggressive. Does mean that Orianna is allowed to go a bit more aggressive for a few seconds, but not that long, love. Ooh, managed to dodge away from the Sonic Wave. Has to use the shield to keep herself safe from the bomb. Just managed to get that CS as well. Just looks like Zig's going to be warding up a bit. Not much else happening. Aurelia though going onto the pink wards in the river. That's going to be fresh, engaging, but will be turned around. Caitlyn's going to get exhausted. Bubble does not land. Ooh, great jump away from the Caitlyn to get away from the dash of Aurelia. And that was it. It was a heal blown for a teleport and exhaust and map pressure. The teleport is just as big as Flash, if not bigger, because that means that Lulu now has some alone time with this tower. It now means that there's no pressure from the Aurelia. No gank going to be coming out. This means that Lee Sin's free to counter jungle this jungle of Vi's, since you know Aurelia can't collapse on him. Sorry. With all that was blown there, Corki used a lot of mana. So now, if Fresh wants to go in, he probably can. Yeah, he's going to let Fountain to cook onto Nami, going to land a Flay as well. Bubbles not landing, and that'll be a lot of damage. That'll be the Corki getting exhausted. Doesn't really matter though, because nothing came of it really. He didn't try to do damage or put out damage, like receive damage during it, so the exhaust not really using too much available. Vi now seeking into the lane bush. Can she make anything of this? That's a bubble connecting. That will be the flash from Caitlyn being forced just from Vi's presence in lane. Will she have to back? Caitlyn will be backing right now. Vi gonna go back into her jungle, go get her red buff, which will be spawning about 5-10. No, yeah, no, because Lee Sin didn't clear it. So this buff will be coming up now, and this will be in about a minute or two, possibly 3. Up in the top lane though, Aurelia, you're gonna die. You don't have flash. Yep, I assume it was just a normal gank. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. My bad. I need to be better at casting. I'm trying to learn. So, Orianna, you're going to get dove. That's the Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike. Lee Sin does not have his ultimate yet. Neither does Vi. That's going to be the Shockwave actually being really weird and kind of pulling away from the Vi Q. Not exactly the best thing you want to be happening. How close is the Vi to leveling up? She's about 1/3 of the way. Lee Sin about 2/3 of the way. So after this red buff, I imagine that Lee Sin going to be hitting that level 6 mark. Yes, 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 I can imagine so. Yes, he is indeed. I imagine that Vi will be somewhere near to hitting level 6 as soon as the blue buff is taken. Definitely going to be hitting level 6 fairly soon now. In the mid lane, Orianna, as she's going to take a blue, the tower's taking some massive damage from the Ziggs. Ziggs are so good at shoving waves and then getting quite a bit of damage on the turret, especially because of his empowered auto attacks, his W just to get rid of the wave sort of thing. So Vi now level 6, and the important thing with Vi is to see where she goes first. What is she going to do with the first use? Sorry, hiccups. With the first use of her ultimate, it's vital, because that kind of sets the tone for the rest of the Vi's ganks, if people are scared of them or not. Why is, did everybody else see that? Nami was like flashing red when she was on like quite a bit of health. That was weird. Clearing wards there, fresh. Bubble getting dodged away from by Lassana. Valkyrie away from the death sentence. No death for you. You're not the judge, you don't get to sentence me to anything. Aurelia denied again, love. Just not going to work out for this Aurelia apparently. Got jumped away from twice last time she's tried to blade surge to a enemy in a different lane. Ganking just not working out for her today apparently. by looking to try and steal that blue buff. Not going to work out. It's going to be passed over to Ziggs. Definitely needs it more than Lee Sin. Mana problems over energy problems any day. Unless you're a Zed. Zeds obviously needs blue buff for the cooldown reduction. Ooh, that is going to land the stun off the equilibrium strike. That's going to be a lot of damage going down onto the Lulu. Going to be returning some of it as perk, but not all of it. It's going to require Lulu to be a bit more careful in this lane. Corky now. Going to be trying to look for a little engagement. I can't help but think, because Fresh is up here and this is all by itself. You've got to think of engaging on this Caitlyn right about now. But up in the top lane, Lulu going to have to burn her ult after Aurelia burns hers. Not going to be able to get the equilibrium strike. Still on cooldown from Aurelia. Does have another 8 seconds before she can use Blade Surge again. Is she going to try and do anything against this Lulu? I think she might do. She probably could get a very cheeky... Is that one of this lane? She could probably get a very cheeky little thing going in here. Do we think it's going to happen? Probably not. Both are very low on mana. And the Blade Surge actually didn't correct that. Didn't kill it, so it's not... cooldown. Lee Sin though up in this top lane. Is anything to happen in mid lane? No, I can watch here for a bit. Okay then. So is the Lee Sin going to stick around, or is he gonna leave? So important question. Blade Surge. Ooh, does guess. You've used your safeguard already. Don't put ward down to try and safeguard too if you've got no safeguard, mate. Bit of a failed attempted gank there from the Lee Sin. Still, not too bad. Caitlyn actually on full health, not very much danger. So what you instead did... So if we actually go back to about... here... Well, you can all tell what he says. You can all tell what he did. He like came around there. And because of the pressure he put top lane, it does mean they're able to take Dragon, teleport bot lane to the Dragon Pit. There'll be some people flashing apparently. You can see you just flashed by the right. Lulu just flashed to try and get somewhere, but didn't really work. Of course, he used their TP. Not going to be able to pick up any kills. There's just going to be a few summoners burned for the Dragon for the Salty Frost Company. It's going to put them about K behind. They've got 2 kills down there. CS is a bit lower. Also, you know, only tower on the map that's been taken is in this top lane. Plus from bottom side. Lee Sin looks to be getting caught out. Actually flashes away. But is it the Aurelia that's actually being caught out now? Lee Sin might be going down. No, not enough damage from the Aurelia. That's going to be 4 kills to 1. 3-0 on this Lee Sin now. It is a HeavenLee Lee Sin. And that's going to be the second turret now for HeavenLee Lee Sins. And that's just Lee Sin doing what he do. Applying pressure. Going everywhere. The god of awesomeness. Yeah. That's pretty much how I describe this. So, the thing about the Salty Frost Company's team is... Boop. Boop. Two different Triforce users. Now what this means is they've really got to play teamfights well in order to use that Spellblade passive properly, and they're going to be doing quite a bit of upfront damage just straight away from the Spellblade, because that hurts, it really does. So as soon as it gets finished, as soon as both Triforces get finished, expect Salty Force Company to want to fight. But Fresh, you're baiting yourself, mate, because as you're going in, the Vi's coming in on you, the Gatling gun going to be able to do massive damage. The rockets from Corky doing massive damage. The phosphorus bomb is actually going to be enough to take it up. Fresh probably could have used his exhaust there to get, you know, bit less damage on himself, possibly turn it around. It was 2 on 3 though. I wonder if Salty Frost Company are going to be able to take this turret. Possibly. Possibly not. Depends on how much damage Corky does. And it does mean that top lane kind of exposed, because you know, Aurelia's dead again, which didn't even catch. Didn't even realise. Did Aurelia die? So yeah, they're pushing the top lane, and there's no pressure being like here. And that would just be a fair turret for HeavenLee Sins, and just nothing will be replied for. It just isn't going to be used for anything. And that's a lot of damage coming from the Lee Sin right there. Lee Sin, just gonna smite. Why do you smite early? That was such a bad smite. You're out of position, Oriana, and you're gonna flash. You're not gonna die. You're gonna flash, and that wave parted the Red Sea. Yep. Back to making funds. Still got it. Now it's going to be Lee Sin. Trying to be close out there. Does get slow. Does get bubbled mid safeguard. The prediction totally meant. That does mean that Caitlyn's able to take down this turret. Rarely falls towards 0. Salty Frost Company gets better map awareness. Try to rotate better. Try to just... I don't even know. Try to just... If I could have one criticism... I don't know where my camera's going. If I could have one criticism of Salty Frost Company, you're not putting pressure enough. You're not putting enough pressure. Your warding game isn't tight, yo. I mean, HeavenLee Sins, they've got 2 pink wards out right now, and like a shit ton of green wards. And then, Salty Frost Company, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 site wards and 5 site wards now. Because one's just been placed, and one of them's in the brush by bot, and that's not really a good place. So you don't really have that much wards. Like, okay, you're putting down wards, and I'm talking about you not putting down wards. That's not even fair. Okay. So Lee Sin, what are you gonna do now? Lee Sin, you're gonna look for a steal. You're gonna look for a ward. You're gonna look for I swear, I say that Salty Frost Company needs to step up on their warding game, and they've put down pink wards, they've got the wards in there, they've got wards in their inventories. Lee Sin being able to juke quite a bit of that, but it's actually, you're way too deep. You're just so deep, Lee Sin, that you may as well not come out of that hole. You just buried yourself because you ulted somebody away, you safeguarded, you queued. There was nothing more you could do, and yep, thank Christ you saw that ward. Hopefully, Salty Frost Company are able to turn their next mistake and take some goddamn turrets, because they haven't been able to do anything so far, and that's just starving them of gold, because turrets grant, what is it, a K in total? Finally they take a turret. I just need to say something, and Salty Frost Company apparently do it. Take off all your shirts! That's gonna be the flash initiation from the Ziggs! No, not from Ziggs, onto the Ziggs. And to be honest, the Ziggs barriers, flashes, gets ulted by the Lulu. And that'll be the re-engage actually from bloody HeavenLee Sins, and that would be a double kill and another single, and that was just Fresh coming in, Lee Sin coming in, the slows from Lulu, just too much for Salty Frost Company. That's gonna probably be an inner turret, and then probably a dragon for HeavenLee Sins. They're just gonna accept they're not gonna get the inhib, not gonna overstay. Don't overstay, guys. Just gonna get killed. Gonna pick up the dragon. Lee Sin actually can't go into the pit. Ooh, very, very close actually. Fresh. Ooh, already used his flash on the last initiation. Not gonna go in on that one. You know, HeavenLee Sins fairly low. Ooh, and look what's happened, guys. Both Triforces are now complete. And I would say that that's a time to fight, but they are 6k behind. And that is a 4-2 Lee Sin that is doing quite a bit of damage, but it's also fairly tanky. Like, you've got Giant Spelt in there. You've got the Sight Stone and the next Ruby Crystal. And that's going to be a lot of damage going out from the onto the Ziggs. A lot of damage coming from the Ziggs, actually. Now that I say it, the Aurelia Spellblade Triforce procs just too strong, mixed with the Orianna ult to stop him from escaping. It was a beautiful Orianna ult. It actually stopped the Orianna from being... not the Orianna. It stopped the Ziggs from being able to jump away with his satchel charge. Definitely well played by the pet of taking a sip of that juice there. Almost run out. 20 minutes and I've run out. It's not very good. Oh, that'll be the vibe. Just you're out of position, love. The Lulu red buff proc. Gonna be finishing off the vibe there after the executing kick was just not enough. 109 gold for that big Wraith. That's the second turret that they've taken. Oh, the Aurelia had to flash that. I think that was a blind hook as well, pretty much, from the Fresh, which was absolutely beautiful. Would have hit if it wasn't for the flash. Absolutely stunning from the Fresh. Very nice, but sadly, flash was up. So now, HeavenLee Sin's just going to be taking the jungle of Salty Frost Company, making it harder for Salty Frost Company to try and get into the game, or try and get back into the game, I should say. They're in the game, they just kind of lost out on it. And no, I'm back. I DC'd for a second now. So it's going to be Salty Frost Company, you know, just clearing some wards, getting a bit of the vision in the jungle denied from the other team. HeavenLee Sin's playing the vision games oh so well. Both, I would suggest one more sweeper on the side of HeavenLee Sin's, probably from their mid laner, Trolley, and for the Trolley to probably buy a few more wards. But overall, it's not working out too badly for them. And Salty Frost Company, you are now winning in vision because you've put so many wards down because you had so many in the inventory. Yay! It really has still has pink ward in the inventory. I want to see 5 pink wards at the same time from any one team. They win it in my heart. Everyone's clearing wards. Because everybody's clearing wards. Yeah. It's got to the point where Salty Frost Company can't even pick a fight in their own jungle there. 6,000 gold behind. The item differentials are just there. They're just there, and there's nothing they can do about it. They're just too weak in a fight compared to HeavenLee Sin's. They don't have enough. Well, they have quite a bit of CC. I'm going to say that right now, but they don't have enough for enough people. They have about half a second of hard CC for everyone, or about 2 seconds of hard CC for one person, and you need about 2 seconds of hard CC for everyone. Just the Orianna ult will be very, very crucial. If the Orianna ult is good, it might win them the game. If it's bad, might lose them the game. I'm not saying the game isn't already lost, but you know what I'm saying, sort of thing. So Orianna's just going to keep farming up. Probably going to go for, I'd imagine, a Void Staff. Next, she does have the blasting ones. She can either go Void Staff or Dons, whichever one she can afford, really. She's going to be going for that Dons. Rabadon's Death Cap. But I don't know, because there isn't that much MR on the side of HeavenLee Sin's, apart from Negatron, Cloak, and Chalice. But I feel like I'd want that Void Staff, just because I think before I'd be able to get my Dons and my Void Staff, they're going to be built in Resist. And up in the top lane, we actually see Aurelia and Lulu. Aurelia actually doing quite a bit of damage. Lulu's just going to pop her ult and re-engage. Aurelia's just like, no, I don't like you being that big, go back to small again. And that's going to be Lucian being caught out by the bubble. Is anything actually going to come of this? No, of course not. Vi's going to catch out the Fresh. But does Fresh have Flash? He does, but will he have enough time to use it? He will. That'll be the shield coming out from Lulu, stopping the ticks from the red buff. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Guys, the dragon's about to spawn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But while they were about to go for Baron, turns out that Salty Frost Company is saying, no, we're doing Baron, not Dragon. While they show 2 bot near Dragon. That is a lot of damage. And this is going to be a re-engage. They're all low health from the bomb / taking the Dragon and Baron. That's just going to be a cleanup. That's not going to be fun for anyone involved. That was actually a kill onto the Lulu. That was a 5 for 2, and I actually suspected a 5 for 0. That was very poorly called, I think, from Salt Frost Company. They were going to come up. They couldn't do it quick enough. Someone trying to battle us into the game, and they don't have the items yet. It was a very foolish decision, and they paid for it. And yeah, you can't do Baron either, HeavenLee Sin. Just you don't have enough stuff. Well, you're gonna come in, you're gonna try and get the Lee Sin, but you know you're not fast enough. So yeah, that was a bit of a waste of a TP in my opinion. Oh well. It's not as if she had anything better to do with it. She's not still pushing. And that will be the TP from Lulu, actually used just so she can tank up this dragon pretty much. And as they went 2 minutes ago, HeavenLee Sin's finally picking up that dragon, which they looked for 2 minutes ago. 8,000 gold leads. That is what we are looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't look like it is going to be easy for Salty Frost Company to be able to turn around. But remember, this is a best of 2 series. Ooh, she spots out 2 wards. Can she get both wards? She can't because there's a Lulu. It's upsetting. When an enemy champion is near their ward, you want to clear out. Just support things. Well, I have half DCs. I'm back now. I had a really weird glitch, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you saw what that happened. If you're watching on Twitch, you have no clue what just happened. But yeah, it looked pretty weird. Nami going to be fighting to try and keep her pink ward alive. Manages to do so. Fighting for us, guys. That's how you do it. That's why you do it. Just fighting against wards, guys. That's how you do it. That's why you do it. Just if you're fresh, just put your lantern in there. It's basically a ward. Command attack dissonance was blocked about the Banshee's Veil of Lee Sin, going for a very defensive start pretty much to this. Well, not start, it's like second item. Banshees, third item renderings. So yeah, second item, very defensive for the Lee Sin. But after going 1 damage items and being the main initiator of your team, I feel like you have to go on Lee Sin, pretty defensive. Going to be the Vi. Is she going to go any deeper for this? No, she's not, because it is 4v4 5, and that'll be the Vi just trying to take down the Ziggs. Ziggs not dead. Ziggs, he had the Vi ultimate, he had the Orianna ultimate on top of him, and that was not enough to kill the Ziggs. He got out of there, he got ulted, and that just goes to show how much of a protect the carry comp they have. They didn't even have to practice the AD carry. That's going to be the 5 for 0 ace. 4-5 for, I don't even know, is that 5 for 1 ace? If it's a execute, is it a 5 for 0.5? The towers got more kills than the Salty Frost Company did in that team fight. I think that's saying something, guys. They're going to be able to get at least 1 inhib here. If they don't care about Vi, they might be able to rotate and get a second inhib tower. Feels like they're just going to back off though, especially since they've only actually got 4 with them. Aurelia's up, yeah, they're just going to back off. Baron actually up, right? Which I found weird. I thought it was only taken like 2 minutes ago. No, it wasn't actually taken in the end. Was it? It wasn't taken. It was tried by both teams and it wasn't taken. Nice vault breaker Vi. I managed to catch that. Lucky me. So with bot inhib down, it means they're gonna have to be defending this. Salty Frost Company don't really want to defend bot because it's the furthest thing away from Baron. So if HeavenLee Sins can possibly put a split pusher down the bot lane, that means that Salty Frost Company will have to respond. Otherwise, HeavenLee Sin's just going to end the game. The split pusher will just end the game, not going to be able to do anything about it, and that'll just be disastrous, obviously. 11,000 gold leads. That is huge, and that is why you can't kill the Ziggs. He's so far ahead, he can just burst you down, and his team can shield him, and his team can kill you before you can get, well, you can get close to him, but he just won't die. He's got a heal coming in, he's got a shield from his barrier, he's got a shield from Lulu, he's got a shield from Lee Sin, he's got a shield from Thresh, and then he's got about an extra 700 health from the Lulu. Like, it's a lot of stuff, guys. Don't think you know. It's the good old-fashioned EUS Baron dance. Ooh, that's a lot of damage going on to Lulu. That's a lot of damage going onto the Corki. And what? That was the worst positioning in the team fight I've ever seen. Why did you have your Orianna and Corki at the very front? That doesn't make sense to me. You've got Vi initiating, but nobody else is there. But does it possible the bubble actually comes in? But Purple Team the entire time were taking Baron. They've taken Baron. Ziggs is down. Corki now trying to fight off against the Lee Sin. Going to be able to take the Lee Sin down. Never mind. Caitlyn with the heal, being able to save her jungler. Going to end up being, what's that, 3-for-1 plus Baron? Is that worth it? Because Baron's now only on 2 members. It's probably worth it in my opinion. Also, 1 Nexus turret down for Salty Frost Company. Probably was a lot more if we didn't back at that time. Ouch. So, let's take a look at the scores. 0-6 Aurelia, bad game. Not bad player, bad game. You know, she got counted fairly hard by Lulu. Didn't have a chance to shine, shall we say. Lulu got a lot of AP items. She is just doing really, really well for herself. A lot of the builds are just like on sides of Salty Frost Company. They're just bare. On the side of HeavenLee Sins, they're just more full. They're now 12,000 gold up. That's what, over 2,000 gold per member. That's a ridiculously high amount, and the Vi's gone in by herself into the Dragon Pit, and I'm surprised people didn't turn on her because I feel like they couldn't. But that will be Super Frosty Club's. No, it won't! The Lee Sin steals it, pays for it with his life. Never mind, I forgot that Lee Sin doesn't die. Vi tries to go in on the Ziggs. The Ziggs will possibly die. I don't know because of half DC'd. The Ziggs will die, but the Ziggs will also take out the Corki. The Thresh manages to take out the Vi in the top lane. That will be Lulu taking out that inhib. Caitlyn, so strong. The red buff able to do enough damage. That's an ace. That's going to be the game. Lulu going to be able to take this inhib by herself. She's going to be able to take that last Nexus turret. She's got people on her way. She's going to be able to take the game. 11, 10, 9, 8 seconds before Nami's up. She's not going to be able to save this. And that is the game 1 of the best of 2 going to HeavenLee Lee Sin. The HeavenLee Sin. My bad. HeavenLee Sin. GG, well played. On to game 2. Victory.